Thanks for joining us today. I'm Stephanie Susskind. We begin with breaking news this morning. 2 people are in the hospital right now after they were shot in Fort Myers. It happened on Van Buren Street around 3 o'clock this morning. Police tell Wink News the injuries are not life-threatening and both victims are in stable condition. Officers say the shooter fired about 15 rounds through the windows of a duplex. They have not made any arrests at this time. Also breaking this morning, Lee County Sheriff's deputies are searching for a man accused of trying to rob a drugstore at gunpoint. It happened around 2:30 this morning at the Walgreens on South Cleveland Avenue and College Parkway. Deputies say a man went in with a handgun and demanded pills. So far, no word on whether that man got away with anything. If you have information on either of these crimes, call Crime Stoppers. That number, 1-800-780-TIPS.
Turning to our weather on this Saturday morning, temperatures starting off fairly close to where they should be for this time of year. And sun, stray shower can't be ruled out. Then, of course, keep your eye to the sky by 5 o'clock for scattered showers and storms.
All right, thanks, Katie. This morning, Wink News is on top of 2 major stories of communities coming together to fight for a common cause. One group is in LaBelle. Since 12-year-old Zachary Reyna contracted a brain-eating amoeba, the community has come together to support his family through prayer and friendship. They'll do that again today at a special fundraiser. Our second event comes 50 miles west of LaBelle at the Sanibel Causeway. All month long, we've told you about the outrage pouring from our coastal communities over the water release from Lake Okeechobee and into the Caloosahatchee, giving our water a brown, murky color. Today, a group of concerned citizens will gather at the causeway to make their voices heard as we get ready to see some changes. Therese O'Shea and Amanda Hall are both live in those locations this morning. They'll bring us updates throughout the show. First, we're sending it out to Therese O'Shea. She's live in LaBelle with a quick preview of what we can expect today. Good morning, Therese.
Good morning, Steph. That's right. Today for the group out here, the whole day is about continued hope as 12-year-old Zachary Reyna continues to fight for his life while family and friends rally around him in support of his cause. Now today we have a group out here for a fundraiser, barbecue and barrel race here at the LaBelle Rodeo Grounds from 11 o'clock until 2 o'clock this afternoon. The community is welcome to stop by, enjoy some food and fun while supporting the Reyna family. All the proceeds collected today will go to a fund set up in Reyna's name at First Bank in Clewiston. We'll be here throughout the morning and we'll have an update for you on Zachary Reyna's condition in just about 10-15 minutes. Back to you, Steph.
All right, thanks, Therese. We'll talk to you a little later in the show. Now we turn our attention to the water in the Gulf of Mexico. Right now, authorities are getting ready to scale back freshwater releases from Lake Okeechobee. In about an hour, the Army Corps of Engineers will reduce the amount of fresh water flowing into the Caloosahatchee by about 40%. Despite that announcement, locals are preparing to protest the freshwater flow that's turned the water around Lee County's barrier islands brown and murky. Amanda Hall is live on the Sanibel Causeway where a large crowd is expected this morning. Amanda.
That's right, Stephanie. They're calling this rally the Save Our Bay Rally. The people behind it say the flow of fresh water poses a danger to marine life and it's turning off visitors. They're going to gather here in just a couple of hours in a show of solidarity. Now, this rally comes 2 days after local and state lawmakers met in Stewart to discuss some short-term solutions. The mayors of both Fort Myers Beach and Sanibel Island were at that meeting.
This is serious to the economy of Fort Myers Beach and as well to the state of Florida.
Now, coming up in about 30 minutes, you're going to hear from one of those leading the charge. We're going to speak live with the organizer of today's Save Our Bay rally. If you're concerned about the quality of our water, our economy, the local wildlife, you're encouraged to attend this rally. Everything gets started at 8 o'clock this morning. Reporting live on the Sanibel Causeway, Amanda Hall, Wink News, now.
All right, thanks, Amanda. Right now, U.S. defense officials say a 4th U.S. warship is on its way to the region near Syria. President Obama has been playing down the prospect of U.S. intervention in the country. We want to warn you, some of the video you're about to see may be too graphic for some viewers. Defense officials say they're preparing options in response to this week's claims of a large-scale chemical weapons attack. Today, the disarmament chief for the United Nations is expected to arrive in Damascus, where the alleged chemical attack took place. She's there to push for a speedy investigation into the claims. President Bashar Assad and his government deny all use of chemical weapons. Also happening right now, the rim fire in California is still spreading, becoming more dangerous by the hour. It's grown to more than 200 square miles and started burning inside Yosemite National Park. California Governor Jerry Brown declared a state of emergency for San Francisco. Now, the Rim wildfire is 150 miles away from the city, but it is threatening the city's utilities. San Francisco gets 85% of its water from a Yosemite area reservoir. As of right now, the fire has not reached that reservoir. Today in the nation's capital, politicians from both sides of the aisle will put aside their differences to honor the 50th anniversary of the Civil Rights March on Washington and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous I Have a Dream speech. The anniversary isn't officially until Wednesday, but ceremonies remembering the march and speech begin today. On August 28, 1963, King led close to 250,000 people in the March on Washington for jobs and freedom. The monumental event protested discrimination, joblessness, and economic inequality that African Americans faced. King's now iconic I Have a Dream speech highlighted the event and set the stage for both the 1964 Civil Rights Act and the 1965 Voting Rights Act.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Still such powerful words there. Now, it's not just D.C. marking the infamous day. This morning, downtown Fort Myers will host a march and rally. The theme is Take Action and Realize the Dream. That march begins at 9 from Edwards Drive to the Harborside Events Center. The rally there begins at 10:30. And coming up in our next hour, we'll have a special preview of a project in the news press this weekend that marks the iconic anniversary.
And we are tracking the tropics, an area of disturbed weather in the northwestern Caribbean impacting the Yucatan and parts of Central America. I'll let you know what we can expect with this wave of energy after the break.